And there, right there, that's when things went downhill. I'm Ashley with WatchMojo, and these are the top 10 exact moments where anime got bad.
我が生涯最大の呪いを思い知りなさい!
For this list, we're going to be looking at the scenes that heralded the beginning of the end of an anime's quality, since after these moments, everything turns to crap. As always, you can catch me on Twitter at AshJBo, so head over there, give me a follow, and let me know which anime list you want to see next. Number 10, surprise! It's a video game. Dragon Quest Your Story. If you're a fan of the franchise like myself, watching this standalone Netflix movie based on the 5th game is likely going to be a delight. Impressive on a technical scale, with the art style and charm of the source material shining through all throughout. 90% of this mini-adventure is a neatly woven story that was on the verge of a must-see. Until the ending.
Let me do you a favor. I'll show you the truth of this world. Textures off.
Yeah, forget about Luca Legendary Quest. Turns out the thing was a video game all along. So, not so much your story, but more your playthrough.
One more thing. My creator had a message for you. Don't worry, it's short. Grow up, loser.
Number 9. Narumi wakes up, and it all turns to shit. Karakuri Circus. What a waste. The first 5 episodes of this unorthodox performance of puppets and action cliches was surprisingly strong, especially given the budding relationship between the fiercely strong yet sweet Narumi, as well as the emotionally stunted yet radiant Shirogane.
お前の病気のことはわからないが、お前がここに来た理由は納得できる。自分のため。
So what happened after the first arc concluded? They tried stuffing over 40 volumes worth of content into 30 episodes. That's what. After Narumi wakes up with amnesia, it all goes off the rails.
君が所持していた免許証によれば、君の名は加藤成美。
加藤成美。
Plot points, characters, motivations, relationships, backstory, they're all juggled and brushed past within the blink of an eye, resulting in a whole host of unearned emotional payoffs. Number 8, Shin defeats the bad guy. Now what? Wise man's grandchild. We're not averse to a character becoming so OP that they can easily overcome any kind of threat with their unlimited power. But at the very least, they do have to balance it with a narrative, characters, or anything that makes us give a damn.
その剣、魔道具ですね。さあね。
Which is why Shin Wolford and his merry band of ultimate magicians fail so hard. Yeah, he shows off his superior magic and sends Strom running to the rafters. But that's it. The antagonist doesn't make another move for the rest of the series, leaving Shin to spend his time crafting more magical MacGuffins to make him even more powerful while pursuing a cringy and empty romance.
シシリ。はい。俺の彼女になってくれる。
はい。
Number 7, joining Aogiri Tree, Tokyo Ghoul Route A. Of all the crazy crap that Kaneki pulled following his switch to white hair, hopping over to join the forces with the ghoul organization that tortured him is definitely up there.
Because I'm going to Aogiri.
In a clear departure from the source material, the meandering that takes place during this sequel season following Kaneki's alignment change is as perplexing as it is infuriating. Whole plot points are glossed over. Character decisions seem totally out of place. Everything just feels off.
Let's go, Eye Patch.
This is made all the worse given how it reaches the manga's canon conclusion, regardless of all the shortcuts and blemishes it chose to take.
Come on, let's go.
Number 6, Escanor vs Meliodas, the 7 Deadly Sins. In hindsight, from the moment the 4th season kicked off with censored blood, the writing was clearly on the wall. Of course, the undisputable final nail in this fantasy shonen's coffin was the battle between the Lion Sin of Pride and the former leader of the Ten Commandments, in which they completely and utterly dropped the ball for one of the most anticipated battles in modern anime. The animation was horrendous, none of the blows had any impact, and even the big reveal was a far shade away from epic. How could you do this to our man Escanor? Number 5. Welcome to Filler Town, Rurouni Kenshin. If you were gonna go down this route, did you even need a third season? Would it have been so bad to just end things after the masterful Kyoto arc and call it a day?
You've beaten him. No.
Apparently so, since Kenshin's blood-soaked journey of atonement doesn't end via the way of the manga, or on a satisfactory note, but rather stumbles from one filler episode to the next, with nothing concrete in between.
Good morning to you, Miss Kaoru.
Good morning. Why up so early?
Fishing. We'll need some food today, won't we?
From the first episode of Season 3, it was painfully clear that the former Manslayer's glory days were about to go up in smoke.
You don't seem to be relaxing. I'll leave the room as soon as I'm done eating this, so you should sit back and relax.
Number 4, Third Generation Blues, Mobile Suit Gundam Age. As Hathaway Bright taught us, not every descendant of a Gundam character is going to turn out okay. Sometimes there are massive disappointments that you'd wish you could erase and swap out for another member of the gene pool. Alas, the third-gen protagonist of the Asano bloodline turned out to not share the charisma or badassery of his forefathers. Flit's unwavering hatred for the Vegan was nothing short of entertaining, and Asamu's conflict with Zayat has us invested, while Kyo cried about pacifism the whole way through while just being generally boring. Number 3, Guillotine Gorilla, Samurai Flamenco. For the most part, the tale of a model who decides to become a real-life superhero was actually pretty gripping. He gets his ass handed to him, his fantasies of justice are questioned, he runs into trouble with the authorities. There's a lot of good meta commentary on display here. So we have to ask, why introduce a giant gorilla with a guillotine on its stomach? As soon as this monster of the week showed up, whatever this series had going for it went right out the window, and instead became a nonsensical tokusatsu. Number 2, Dumping Kuroneko, Oremo. Honestly, people, at this point, our tombstones are gonna end up with the epithets that read, "Why the flying heck did Kyosuke dump a gorgeous gothic Lolita for his biological sister?" While you could make the argument that we're just salty that Best Girl was done dirty, the sad truth is that as soon as he abandons Ruri and goes right for the incest route, the series nosedives in quality right down to creepy territory. Imagine how much better this would be if it focused on Kyosuke becoming embroiled in Kuroneko's lifestyle, instead of screaming in public about how he wants to marry his bloody sister. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Kid Goku, Dragon Ball GT. You have to appreciate the epic foreshadowing here. From the second that Goku is transformed back into his child form, courtesy of a runaway wish, this sequel series diminished in just about every aspect.
Wow, the room got a lot bigger somehow.
Goku? The fights, lackluster. Goku as a character, nowhere near as compelling compared to both his Z and original Dragon Ball incarnations.
You are an unusual child.
I told you already, I'm not a child. I couldn't have beaten you if I was.
The whole thing becomes a miniaturized version of its far superior predecessor, and it all started when they decided to inexplicably shrink down everyone's favorite Saiyan. So much for recapturing the magic.
Can you imagine someone my age married to someone like this?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Watch Mojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.